Hey family, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm going to quickly share with you all some of the shortages that I noticed over the past 2 weeks. Y'all, it's like it's starting all over again. It is ridiculous. Yes, it is, but that's why we prepare, right? So this is Shauna, and I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. Hopefully you guys take the time out to check in, and hopefully you all are doing well. So let's go ahead and see what shortages I've noticed in the past a week or two. Like I said, only difference is from last year and the last 2 years is more items are unavailable and prices are definitely much higher to be expected. Hence why we prepare. Let's see what's happening. First thing that I can tell you that have been thinning on the shelves is vinegar, guys. Vinegar have thinned on the shelves and also went up in price. The gallon of the white vinegar there used to be under $3. Now it is $3.34, while the apple cider vinegar is almost touching $6 at $5.64. We all know that vinegar have a lot of benefits, whether you're going to consume it, use it for cleaning, or as a repellent. You guys, I recently did vinegar and water in a spray bottle for ants, and oh my god, when I tell you guys that it actually worked, I'm gonna go ahead and get me some more vinegar, because honestly, one thing I noticed this year was that the ants came back sooner. I've started seeing ants actually in the wintertime, way before spring, which is kind of odd. But definitely the ants came back much, much sooner than any other year. So the next time that you go on your next shopping trip, visit that vinegar section. Let us know if the price went up and how the vinegar in your area is looking. And if you do go down the aisle, make sure you pick up a bottle or two. Next on my list is produce. You guys, I just made a video speaking to you guys how produce in the near future is going to be limited. And honestly, this is kind of odd, being that this is growing season. So yes, the produce section should be actually blooming. The produce section should not be looking as thin as it's looking in this video. You guys, this is not normal. It's not normal for the produce section to be looking the way that it's looking this time of the year, because we are going into May. Actually, it's about to be May in like a few days. What's today's date? I think we're at, yeah, May is right around the corner, actually. And for the produce section, like I said, to be looking the way that it's looking, it's ridiculous. And it's actually quite scary, because it really had me thinking, at least, would we really have access to fresh produce in the future? And what is there, I'm sure we will have to pay the cost. And if you missed our weekly Walmart walkthrough, where I actually pointed out soon as you walk in the major gaps in the produce section, which is, like I said, it's serious, guys, because it's never looked this low. Though we had gaps in the produce section before, we have not had gaps like this. So this is why I'm stressing almost every single video that you just get up and grow something. Go to Dollar Tree, get the seeds while it's available. They're still 4 for $1, at least in my parts of New Jersey. Get your seeds. They even sell dirt. They even sell containers. Even if you have jugs at home, you can reuse those and actually grow in jugs from your home. Make it affordable. Do what you can do. Get to growing something. It's truly important. Trust me, if your area don't look like how what I just showed you, then that's amazing. But at least you have a heads up just in case it does hit your way. The next shortage that I did notice going to another store is the bread section. You guys, the bread have been thinning. The price of bread. Yes, I said the price of bread have went up. Store brand bread at ShopRite, it is $2.59 for the store brand loaf of bread. Store brand used to cost $1, and I'm not talking about a year ago at this point. I'm talking about months ago. Store brand bread cost $1 a little under a year ago, guys. So not only is it important for us, to get familiar with growing things, but if you're not already familiar with making things from scratch, such as a loaf of bread, definitely get familiar with making things from scratch. This way you can have a chance to stock up on all the necessary ingredients that you will need in your pantry so you can make that loaf of bread or whatever it is that you like that can be made from scratch. Another thing that I noticed that was thinning on the shelves in this ShopRite actually was the meat section. So the chicken section was very thin. As you guys seen in the clip, they had a box just sitting there. Of course, maybe just not enough workers to finish stocking, but the box was just left there. I guess for anyone to go through and basically get what you can get yourself. If it's not enough workers and a worker can't do it, at the time, they just had to leave the box there. But yes, so the meat section, definitely very thin. Something else to, food for thought. Is meat going to be available in the future? And I'm sure if it is, it will be high price, like a lot of other items. Being that, one thing that concerns me, being that they are building up um, these factories, the lab grown meat factories, it's just a little concerning because being that meat is becoming thin on the shelves again, that's gonna so-called give them reason, though we already know that's what they're pushing for. That's gonna be their so-called reason to put this lab grown meat on the shelves because they're gonna say it's not enough meat to feed everyone, though they would be fed the real stuff, of course. But yes, that's going to be one of the reasons. And of course, because of the emissions and to save the environment and yada, 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 everything else that they're going to say. But this is going to be one of the reasons that they're going to push for the lab grown meat to be sitting right here on these shelves. So when you guys notice and you start to pick up your meat packages, even if it's not stated directly on the package, some people say, oh, they have to put it. Technically, they don't put everything on the label for you to read. They honestly don't. But when you start to notice that your meat is looking more so like glue and the texture is just a little bit different, you might have that lab grown meat sitting on your dinner plate. You just might. If you guys already notice a difference in some of the meats, let us know in the comments down below. Let us know if this already have been rolled out, which I'm sure it have been. But let us know what's your experience lately with your meat. Maybe you have been all good, but maybe the next person have already experienced the different texture and taste and, other stuff going on with the meat. Another thing that I did notice, I was thinking that the price of potatoes dropped, but once I noticed that the bags of potatoes, it was very limited. But then I went and looked at the single potatoes and I'm like, that can't be right. They wanted $1.49 per pound for the single potatoes. Now to me, that's high. $1.49 per pound for some potatoes. Like I said, to me, that is pricey. And they wasn't the largest potatoes either. But they were $1.49 per pound. Let us know the prices of potatoes in your area. You guys, when I'm showing you these videos and these pictures, remember these are stores based out of New Jersey. Other things that's fallen short on the shelves in the past week or two, condiments, you guys. Grab your condiments, but remember, don't grab too many. Some things you can make yourself. Some condiments are acidic, meaning they can go bad. So please keep that in mind. Honey as well have been very low on the shelves. So please keep that in mind as well. Some of these items you can definitely visit some of these areas your next grocery trip just to see how it's looking. Or maybe you just want to pick up a few extra this or extra that just in case some of these same shortages do arise in your areas at your local stores. Now I did speak of rice. This was 2 weeks ago. The price of this particular rice, $16.97. Now, this video was recorded 2 weeks ago. Now, for me to go back last week, so that's in a matter of 2 weeks, well, a week difference. For me to go back last week to see that this same rice is $19.98, and they say inflation is supposed to slow, where? $19.98 for this same rice. Now, this is ridiculous. So not only will we see more shortages when it comes down to rice, expect to see the price drive up like crazy if it haven't in your area yet. Expect to see that price drive up like crazy for your favorite brand of rice or just rice overall. Because that is already over a $3 increase. So let us know if you've seen the price of rice increase in your area already. And another thing, if you guys are new parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, whatever, if you guys know the baby section for diapers, wipes, and all have been low. Baby products definitely went up in the past 2 years. I can tell you firsthand is because I have my newborn, and then I have Maya, who's 2 years old, going on 3 in September though, who's 2 years old, and I can already see the price difference in baby items. Another thing to look out for, guys. So if you are family planning to have children, already have young children, you already know. Yes, so just a quick little recap from the past week or two of some shortages that I did notice in northern New Jersey. Some of the prices that did go up over here in my areas as well. And it is not getting any better. But you know what? Honestly, guys, it does not stop me. For some people, it can be disheartening. It is a lot to take on, and people do get overwhelmed with seeing everything that's going on because you feel it firsthand, especially if you are facing any financial hardship. You definitely feel it firsthand, because it becomes hard to afford, simple things like groceries. It becomes hard, and I can imagine the stress that it can put on someone. And it could be a lot. Please, the last thing that we want to do is go to the stores and complain to the associates. They are not in control of these high prices. They're not the ones, charging the price that we do have to pay. We can't complain to the associates because honestly, most of the time in these grocery stores, they're struggling as well. The workers, at least, they're struggling as well, to afford these high price groceries. And I've seen a customer get mad at an employee way too often about something that's on the shelf. They just have to put it there. Honestly, they're not in control of putting the price on that tag. They're not in control of it. So let's keep that in mind. Consider everyone's feelings. Because any and everybody could possibly be going through something. We don't know. All it takes is for one person to say the wrong thing to make that person, it was like their last string. Or you can be that person to uplift someone, make someone smile, make someone feel good that day, to change their whole attitude that day. It's up to you. But hopefully you can make someone smile and you can just smile yourself, because honestly, a simple smile can make you feel better. I actually said what made me smile this morning in the last video, which I'm going to go ahead and link above here right now. And the littlest, craziest thing made me smile. And you'll probably just be like, okay, yeah. So the littlest thing made me smile, but I shared in my last video if you guys want to go ahead and check that out. And I'm still smiling, y'all. I'm still smiling. So yes, we're gonna end this video right here where it's at. Let us know what shortages occurred in the past week or two in your area, of course, and where you are checking in from, so we do know and we can keep up with. Well, maybe I'm gonna get, maybe this week it was a shortage of vinegar here in New Jersey, and maybe this week there's going to be a shortage of oil in your area, let's say in California or whatever. Let us know. That's the importance of checking in the comments, letting us know your state if you are facing any shortages, so we can keep up with those things. Maybe we can start a video of just shortages, all around wherever you guys post from, and we can go ahead and put a video every week of the new upcoming possible shortages that are faced in your areas versus my areas. We can see what we can do with that. So we're officially checking out. This is Shauna checking out over here at Moments with Us. Make sure that you all stay prepped, stay blessed, stay safe. And if you enjoyed today's video, all you have to do is join the family by subscribing. And if you've been here before, of course, thank you for coming back. Until next time, I'm officially out of here. You all stay blessed. Peace.